You know exactly how it starts. The sudden burst of energy at 2 a.m., the brand new notebook, the expensive equipment, the feeling that this is the thing that changes everything. And you know exactly how it ends. 3 weeks later, the equipment is gathering dust, the notebook is empty after page 4, and you feel that familiar, heavy weight of shame. You look at your life and see a graveyard of half-finished ideas, a podcast you recorded 1 episode of, a language app you haven't opened in months. Society tells you this is laziness. They say you lack discipline or grit. But psychology says something very different. You aren't quitting because you're lazy. You're quitting because your brain is trying to save you. Stop calling yourself a quitter. Quitting is a conscious choice. What you are doing is something else. You are caught in a neurological loop between imagined success and actual reality. And once you understand the loop, you can finally break it. Here is the first uncomfortable truth. Your brain enjoys the idea of the project more than the project itself. Psychologists call this dopamine prediction error. When you imagine writing a book, your brain gives you a massive hit of dopamine right now. You feel the reward before you've done the work. In your head, the project is perfect. It's finished. It's successful. But the moment you start the actual work, the dopamine drops. The work is boring, it's hard, and it doesn't match the fantasy. So your brain naturally pulls away to find the next perfect idea to get that high back. You aren't addicted to starting, you're addicted to the potential. But there is a darker reason why you stop. Most people think they quit because they lose interest. Actually, you quit because you are afraid of finishing. Here is the mind flip. As long as a project is unfinished, it is still perfect. The moment you finish it, it becomes real. And if it's real, it can be judged. It can be criticized, it can fail. By keeping it unfinished, you protect yourself from judgment. You can always say, I'm still working on it. It's a shield. Your lack of follow-through isn't laziness. It is a defense mechanism against vulnerability. Let's talk about the middle problem. Every project has 3 stages: the exciting start, the messy middle, and the end. People who constantly quit have a low tolerance for the messy middle. Psychology refers to this as the valley of despair. This is the point where the initial enthusiasm wears off, but the results haven't shown up yet. Your brain perceives this gap as a threat. It signals pain. It says, this isn't fun anymore, stop. Successful finishers don't have more willpower than you. They just expect the middle to be boring. They don't panic when the fun stops. They know it's part of the process. So how do you cheat your brain into finishing? You need to stop relying on motivation and start using micro quotas. Your brain is overwhelmed by the size of the task. Write a book is terrifying. Write 2 bad sentences is easy. The finishing framework. 1. Lower the bar, make the goal stupidly small. 2. Focus on input, not output. Commit to 10 minutes, not 10 pages. 3. Kill the fantasy. Accept that the work will be boring. Boring is where the magic happens. 4. Ship it imperfectly. A finished mess is better than a perfect idea. There is a concept in research called state orientation versus action orientation. State-oriented people, likely you, spend a lot of time thinking about their emotional state before acting. You wait to feel ready. You wait for the right vibe. Research shows this is a trap. The feeling of readiness never comes before the action. It comes after. Action-oriented people act while they still feel unsure. They don't wait for the fear to go away. They bring the fear with them. Listen, having a brain that generates 1,000 ideas is a gift. It means you are creative, open-minded, and ambitious. The world needs people who can see potential where others see nothing. You are not broken because you want to do everything. You just need to learn how to close the loop on one thing at a time. Think about it this way. Every unfinished project is a promise you broke to yourself. And every time you break a promise, your self-trust gets a little weaker. Finishing isn't just about the result. It's about proving to yourself that you can trust your own word. When you finish something small, you aren't just completing a task. You are rebuilding the reputation you have with yourself. So look at that project you've been avoiding, the one that's been staring at you for months. You don't need to finish it today. You just need to survive the messy middle for 5 minutes. But here's the question that usually reveals the truth. Are you stopping because you don't care anymore? Or are you stopping because you're terrified it won't be as good as you imagined? Tell me in the comments. Are you a chronic starter who loves the beginning? Or a perfectionist procrastinator who fears the end? I read every story. If this helped you see your brain clearly, hit subscribe. We fix the rest of your habits in the next video.